So hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Dennis Duke Uganda. If you're new here, kindly subscribe. Today I'm super excited because I have something new and interesting that I want to show you, and that is none other than our beautiful water system. Let me show you. Whoa! Whoa! It's actually very, very delicious. Is it delicious or beautiful? I don't know how to describe that, but the water is really nice. It's very hygienic, it's very clean. It's not like all other source water systems. So today we are going to discuss, or I'm going to take you through, how much did it cost us to actually have this automated kind of system. And when I talk about automated, you now know that I'm talking about a solar system, and of course how much did it cost us to actually build a shallow well right there where we are getting our water. We shall be going into that in a while. So first things first, when we were setting up the Duke's farm, and I mean building up all these particular structures that you've been able to see in my previous videos, we had one challenge: water. We didn't have as enough water as we needed because our water needs were surpassing the supply of water, and we had to rely on a few water sources around. We had to send these boys, and you know what that means. It meant we were parting with some really good money to actually have water on this particular site. So we struggled until one friend of mine referred me to a guy who actually builds shallow water wells, and we had him come here with his team. It took us roughly about 3 to 4 days to actually have that water dug and constructed, and the entire digging and constructing cost us about 2.5 million Uganda shillings. And of course it is a 14-meter deep kind of shallow well. For those of you who know how to calculate, you know how many feet that is. And that 2.5 million shillings went into different things like labor, buying the material, which included of course the bricks and cement and other few metallic things that we used to cover the water system. So ideally we used 2,000 bricks, but 1,000 of them were made out of clay. The other was made out of just these normal soils. And as you are aware, I don't know whether you have clay bricks in your country, but for us in Uganda, those clay bricks are very good when it comes to water. In fact, they're a bit stronger than these normal regular bricks. So we needed those to first start our construction of the shallow well down, and then the other bricks were used on the upper part of the shallow well. The dollar right now in Uganda is at 3,600 Uganda shillings, so you can know how much $1 goes for 3,600. So you will know, you will multiply for those of you who are not in Uganda. So 2.5 million shillings went into the building of the shallow well, the digging, the construction and everything. So we're able to actually get our first droplet of water on the farm. Previously, we were only depending on manually drawing the water down from the well for our water needs on the farm. But for the time we've done it, it had become very, very costly because you know that it requires energy for you to actually drill that water up, and then it takes a lot of time. So it was an inconvenience for us, and then we had to actually settle for a pump. And as you know, the Ugandan market is flooded with different counterfeits and so forth and so on, and there are two different types of pumps. There's one that is electric and the one that is solar. I'll be talking about the benefits of having both and why we actually chose or opted to have a solar kind of pump or solar system for our water installed instead of actually having the electric pump. Now, they all use electricity. This one uses electricity from the sun, but this one uses electricity from actually a motor that has been installed in it, and you just put petrol and then brrr, you have water pumped into your water system. So before I even talk about that, we wanted to build something that would give us gravity. This water that you're seeing, we wanted to benefit from the gravity force or gravitational force. I don't know whether that is there. Yes, but we wanted to use the gravity. That's why we have our tank up there on those pillars. And let me just talk about this pillar that is actually holding the pump, the tank rather. Now this pillar cost us roughly 3 million Uganda shillings, and as you can see, it's a 2-in-1. Down on it we have our toilets. They are there. They are also flushable, so that water is going to be used in the toilets as well. So those pillars have those I don't know, those metals that we used. I'll be breaking down for you how much it actually cost us in terms of the different materials, but to have that there, it cost us 3 million Uganda shillings, and boom, we have the tank. That tank you're seeing is a 5,000 liter capacity tank that cost us roughly 1 million Uganda shillings, because I bought it at 900,000 and then incurred in some transport and a few other things, coming up to a total of 1 million Uganda shillings. Remember, the dollar is at 3,600, so you can do the calculations yourself so that you know how much it is in your country. Of course, different prices differ depending on where you are. So let's come to the water solar pump. Now, I opted for the water solar pump because as much as, of course, in the beginning it looks a bit expensive as opposed to the electrical one, in the long run it's going to save us quite a lot in terms of maintenance and, of course, running it. The electric pump, why we did not choose it is because you will need fuel, that's either petrol or diesel on a daily. You will need to service it, buying oil, buying this, among many other things. You will be needing it actually breaks down. I have a friend of mine who had it before they installed their solar water system, and man, they cried over and over again, and they cautioned me not to actually use it. So that's why we opted for the solar kind of system. Now, our water solar system is one that is still new on the market. The Ugandan market hasn't been flooded with it. That's why you see it's still very good. Now, how much did it cost us? Now, it cost us roughly 5.6 million Uganda shillings, and that went into the solar panel, that went into the cables and the pipes, that went into the actual solar pump itself that we immersed in our water, in our shallow well water system, so that we can pump water from there. And it's just automatic. At just a press of a button, you have water in, like, you do literally nothing. Just come press the button and water goes up there, and then boom, it is eventually supplied onto our farms. I know somebody out there is saying, wow, that's a lot of money. Yes, it's a lot of money. If you count, for example, 2.5 into the shallow well, 3 million into the pillars that are actually holding the tank, and then in the tank itself, which is 1 million, and then that's 6.5 and then 5.5, you realize you're dealing with something like 12 million Uganda shillings. Now, that is how much it cost us, 12 million to have this water system. It could be, of course, expensive in the short run, but I usually tell people you can start with what you have. Start small. You can start with a shallow well, save again, you buy something like that until you get it. But the beauty with this is we are going to use this solar system for as long as we don't know, because solar systems rarely break down. Of course, they do break down, but rarely. Yes. So imagine if we use that water system for about 6 or 5 years, all our investment in terms of money will have come back. Why? Because we want, the challenge is now us setting up different ventures that will benefit from that water, so that we actually use or get the best out of our money. Again, this is the Duke's Farm, where we talk business, and I said transparency is top on the list. We don't hide anything. We say everything the way they are. Something that you should be looking out for is that we are going to set up a couple of other things here, so be ready to actually learn. Why? We chose to start teaching people because a lot of us are in towns and we don't want to go into agriculture or other business, because I'm not just dealing in agriculture. We have other different ventures, but all of those we want to teach people how to start and how to become better in them. So make it a point to subscribe, because I have a lot in store for you. Until then, it's a goodbye. Follow me on different social media platforms at Dennis Duke UG. Until then,